What's up, fam? It's Monday, boys, and it's time to get back into the charts. Hope you guys had a great weekend. Price action has been, again, not so exciting. We were looking for at least a local low to be in Friday, and I had hoped we see some upside this weekend. We did get a little bit, but we didn't really make it anywhere that gets us out of trouble. We're pretty much back where we were, but we're going to go through the charts, and we're going to share with you the trading edges. So thank you for joining. Please make sure to smash the likes and subscribes on the way in. Oh no, on the way in. And share the stream out, put something in the chat. Let's get it hyped up. There was a lot of people waiting for this stream. I'm actually kind of surprised. Nobody really seemed tuned in Friday. Maybe we were all recovering from our hangovers from the 4th. Maybe we were celebrating freedom. I don't really know, but here we are. It's good to be back. It's good to have the crowd. So I have just some kind of brief things I want to share with you about the Bitcoin chart. Maybe we'll talk about Mt. Gox for a little bit. Poppy put out a great article about it. You guys know I do like talking about it. And then we'll jump into some altcoins. I saw before the stream live, Ed asked for... Ed, you're going to have to tell me again, buddy. I said I'd look at it for you. I might have lied. But let's look at the Bitcoin chart. I just have one kind of new thing I want to show you. I shared this on Twitter. If you follow me on Twitter at TOMCROWN Crypto, you'll get a little bit of extra alpha. But let's just get into it. Let's start the Monday off right, and then I'll tell you a little personal thing here in a minute. So, looking at our chart on the day, zoomed out very simply, not using indicators, not using fancy stuff, just the chart and the man combined. Oh, my headphones are off. My lord. There we go. There we are. Just the chart and the man. Here we go. So, identifying our descending high trend here, starting in late June down to July 1st. Kind of unsettling to see the 1st of July not only be a Monday, but be the highest point in this monthly trading. Not a comfortable place to be when betting for upside. In fact, I have to admit it to you guys, I did kind of pussed out on my long here on Bitcoin. I kept the short open, but I did close my long. I may reopen it, but I'm thinking I'm just going to let Bitcoin maybe have some kind of higher breakout before I really get back on that train. As always, I am bullish, just not convinced that my leverage position was right at this time. So I'll update you guys more on that in a minute. Our low trend down here, this red line, connecting our March to May low, the M months. Thank God there are no more M months this year, right? Yeah, thank God. We did see on Friday a bounce from this trend line, and this is not a bad thing. Not a bad thing at all. But we're still kind of struggling to find that momentum. Price over the weekend reached back up just under the 200 daily moving average and now has fallen back below. Yesterday closed a bearish engulfing candle. And while we don't have a bearish engulfing candle today, we have a really ugly one. This one's not much better. We can see our high wick coming back to literally the day before's open, sweeping out liquidity, baiting in longs, closing shorts before trading lower. This is not a great candle. It does not inspire confidence. This was part of closing my position that I actually just opened. Not a great sign. Not great. Let's see here. Yes, what I want to share with you. This blue arrow showing us lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. That is indicative of a downtrend, but I have something to highlight for you that's going to give you a little bit of hopium. Coming on over to our RSI, or our relative strength index. Here we are. On the day, we have lower lows on both the wicks and the candles of the body. So if you're in the camp of using wicks or not using wicks, this is bullish divergence no matter how you look at it. There is really no other argument here that Bitcoin has painted a definitive daily bullish divergence. Now, this can happen and moon doesn't come tomorrow, but it is a sign that sellers are losing momentum, that selling pressure is waning to some degree, and we do tend to see some kind of reversal come from these. So this is kind of the hopium that I'm smoking today. Put that in your pipe. There isn't a lot else that looks awesome. Remember, when things look the worst, when all of our signals, all of our charts look terrible, they do mark generational bottoms, cycle bottoms. Is that happening today? That's going to take more than just my opinion here. I wouldn't be surprised to see a little bit more downside, but maybe the chat can give us a little bit of feedback what they think. Is the bottom in? Are we going back up? This is a good sign. It's definitely comforting to see as we've been falling with no real signs of strength. And if we zoom in today, down deep into the zoomed in territory. What's up, Ray Bow? My guy, what's up, Ray? Thanks for subscribing. We can see RSI kind of oscillating down here at oversold. Now, this is not what I like to see. I look at RSI a little differently than most. I think I'm right. I think they're wrong, but that's an argument for another day. We do see 1, 2, and now potentially 3 higher lows on RSI. So that is better than just being down here and oversold. But I don't like this behavior in a market. When RSI struggles underneath the 50 line, we tend to see downtrends form and continue. The same is true when RSI holds that 50 and stays up and overbought. That's when we tend to see prolonged uptrend. So this is not what I want, but the higher lows in RSI does give us some kind of indication that price is likely, or RSI is likely, to move back to that 50 point. A rejection from there, and things get very, very ugly. But we need to see this up before I'm super confident in at least a short time frame rally here. That's the only little bit of alpha. That's it. That's all I got. I see people subscribing. Let's go, boys. Let's get it going. 116,220 of the smartest, most success. You want success for yourself? I don't know English words. They're hard. Invested in themselves, joining the crew here. We don't chill. We don't accept money to tell you things are a good investment. We don't pump and dump. We talk about Bitcoin a lot. We're a little altcoin agnostic, but we do the charts, and I do trade them from time to time. Good to see people finding their home here. I love it. Keep subscribing so I can keep shouting you out. You'll pop up here on the stream, and you'll make that number roll over. If you're on a very thin stream that's very tall, you're likely on the mobile version of this live stream. And if you navigate to my channel page, you'll find the main stream, and you'll find a lot more chatters, a lot more activity going on in there. So join us over at the main stream. Let's get in a little deeper here. And I'm going to turn my attention to the chat in just a minute. But here we go. Today's candle opened at 55,850. This is going to be the bullish bearish decider in the next 6 hours and 45 minutes. A close below is going to give us a much uglier candle, in my opinion. A close above will at least give us some kind of bids. Somebody's buying that. It's something. Let's get above 55,850. It's nice to see it happening right now during our intro to this live. Beautiful. Beautiful. Let's go down to like the hour. See what we're looking at here. As we zoom in, I do have identified, let's call it a bear flag. I think that's fair. A little bear flag here. Remember, I don't trust bear or bull flags in crypto. I think that they're terrible bait for new traders. I don't think that they actually work on a probabilistic level, but we like to identify them because they still have value. As when we trade above a bear flag, we can say a breakout is coming or a breakout is happening. Below, a breakdown is happening. So this gives us a defined range in which to view price action, and very neat and clean price action right now. We hit our low, lower high, higher low, lower high, higher low. And again, just looking at these hourlies, it does look like maybe we're going to come up to this 57.2-ish today. I'm not going to make that call quite yet. I haven't gotten into the charts enough myself, but we're going to take a peek. 6.5. We'll see. We'll see. RSI on the 1 hour. We had that awful under 50 downtrending RSI, took price lower. We moved back to overbought, and thankfully, actually hit the overbought area, or else we would have had a pretty savage bearish signal there. That's called a swing rejection. When RSI is hanging out and overbought, sells off, comes back to the overbought line, and is rejected before it makes it there. And that has been a pretty strong signal in crypto that I've seen, I want to say, play out over the last few years. Going down to the 5-minute here. 5 really kind of similar things. Marketcipher B might be giving us a little bit of hopium here with our higher low on red money flow. Still bearish, but giving us a waning signal for the 5-minute. Maybe going to be looking for some positive money flow here. Maybe in the next, how long do we have in this 4-hour candle? 2 hours and 45, yeah. 2:45. And you zoom in and just looks even more of the same. Higher lows, lower highs. Prices squeezing and consolidating in, packing up those perpetual positions, looking to liquidate. I hope the shorts get liquidated, but looking to liquidate some players here, I think. Let's see, the stream health is good. That's rare. We got 74 people on the mobile version of the stream. Salute to you. Hope you're enjoying it. We got 314 on the main one. We can get those numbers up, guys, if you just lend me your engagement. Just smash those like buttons. Share the stream out. You know how to do. Join our Discord. It's free, and in that free Discord, you will get VIP access if you sign up with any of the partners in the video description below. It's a great deal. 1 minute. It's a great deal. My buttons. Dude, these buttons have been giving me nightmares. They're just like never working. Does anybody have a Stream Deck out there? Stream Deck's such a cool idea, but mine just never seems to work right. I don't know. 𝐂𝐴𝐻. Give me a sec, actually. 6180 there. Right. 618 again. Let's get 56.9. 56.9. I think we had 56.9. That's barely. It's $1,000 move. $1,000 move at this point is not even 2%. Not even 2%. $1,000 move. I remember back in the day when $1,000 move was a thing of dreams. It was like, oh my God, Bitcoin moved $1,000. Now it's like the equivalent would be like 10,000. Like if Bitcoin made a $10,000 move, you'd be like, whoa. It's kind of crazy the way numbers work like that. Let me pull up the chat. I want to see what you guys are looking at. I want to know what charts, what coins. Tell me about your weekend. I don't know. Whatever. I'm not sure really what to get into today because price is really, like I said in the beginning, just where we were on Friday after painting a lower high and a higher low. Just more sideways consolidation, at least at the moment. Something I did want to share with you guys, actually. Kind of random, but since it's been almost 100 degrees every day here for the last Lord knows how long, I have taken on, I guess it's a trendy thing, a fatty thing. I tried out an ice bath yesterday, and I recommend it. I recommend it, dude. It's not fun to get in, but you feel amazing afterwards. I've never experienced like a home remedy like that actually did anything, right? It's like, eat more apples. You don't feel any better. You don't notice any difference. But that ice bath, dude, you get the adrenaline pumping. You get all kinds of chemicals in your brain. I did one again this morning, and the biggest benefit, though, is I don't feel the heat the same way. Like once I get out, my body is like kind of cold all day, but in a good way. Not too cold. Just like I feel like my body regulates its temperature better. Highly recommend it. Little home tip for you guys. If you've never done it, you don't need ice. In fact, I would say don't use ice. You can, but you don't need ice. You don't actually have to have the water like frozen. Out of your tap, your water should come out about 50 degrees. That's plenty cold. 50 degrees will pucker you up, I'll tell you what. Right out of the tap, fill up the tub with just the coldest water the tap will do. Get in there, 5 minutes, get out. You'll feel great. There's my life advice for you today. Okay, I'm pulling up the chats. I wanted to just dump that info because, I don't know, it's like being vegan. You just got to talk about it. If you start doing ice baths, you just got to talk about it, right? What's up, Vegeta Blues? Crypto Stevo, who's here today? I see some names, but I know there's more. What's up, Baiju Gopi? Bina? Dara Bizand. What's up, Bina? How you doing, Bina? Giggletown TV, great name. B Frank Crypto. How you doing, brother? Blue Flow Fish, Budman, and Throbbin Ding Dong. These names. How do you come up with them? Berengar Crypto, my guy. Always hanging out in the Discord. Good to see you. Collector Victoria. Crypto, cars, and coffee. All three. Crypto Stevo. Curtis Neal, my friend. Are you still playing Lords of Light? I am not. DJATHDJG009, Dry Heave, Janix, my guy, Japernicus, how you doing? Good morning, good morning. JP, Crypto Junkie, Katoshi, Creamy Goodness, Christoph, DN, Lee Ramirez, Line in My Pocket, Marco Coppin, Matrius, Mike Bennett, Moggy Games on Twitter X. Ooh, might need to take a Tums. Mir Wolfie, Musta Benel, Net Star, Nicholas Arena, Robert O'Connor, great Irish name. No Way Man, Patrick Leishman. Patrick, are you going to be at Litecoin conference? Positive Flow, Randy, R Lake, Philly Skills, my friend, RS Miller, Sheikh Zula, the Mike Rula, the old schooler, Shaq with the combo, Shring Tech, Skiing Rooster, Stymie, Sneerdy, Taylor, the Pickle, my right hand man is here. Salute to the Pickle. Everybody give Pickle a round of applause. We owe him. The Bearded Wonder, Tony S. Two Red Ducks is back. Brother, how have you been? It's been many moons since we've seen Two Red Ducks. Yobi Yobinski, T YouTube, TYT, what's up, man? How you doing? Tap water in Panama is 82 degrees. All right, Robert, I mean, fair enough. That's not cold enough. In most places where the tap water is underground, like the ground temperature should be like 50, 55 degrees. That's cold. It's cold enough. Top will be 96K, says Raj. How do you get that? What makes you look at 96? You'd love to go, but you don't think you can make it. I wasn't invited to Litecoin conference, so I'm not going. They don't want me there. I'm sure I could go if I wanted. Nobody said anything. I don't think give me a ticket. I didn't ask though. Fair. Maybe Litecoin doesn't like me anymore. That's okay. The feeling's kind of mutual. I still love Litecoin, but I certainly don't love how it's been in my portfolio. I'm not selling Litecoin. I'll probably buy more if the Bitcoin pair drops lower. I will be, however, at the Bitcoin 2024 in Nashville. Who's going? Anybody going? Who am I going to see there? Let's grab some brews. Let's party. Party hardy. You can grab tickets, link in the video description below. If you use my code, TOMCROWN, you'll get a little discount. It's going to be a good time. If you want to go to this, but you don't want to buy a ticket, guys, I highly recommend you go anyway. You don't have to have a ticket. If you're really interested in all the Bitcoin kind of dev stuff, mining stuff, the Bitcoin 24 with the tickets is for you. If you just want to go there to network, socialize, meet crypto people, Bitcoin people, just go to Nashville during that time. You don't need a ticket to go to all the like satellite events, and that's where all the networking happens anyway. So hopefully I'll see a bunch of you there next year. Yeah, dude, Steve-O, absolutely, I understand, guys. The tickets are not cheap. They're not cheap at all. They're pretty expensive. And I mean, have you seen the market? I was talking to their affiliate guy and I was like, they're talking about, oh, can you get this many sales? And I was like, dude, maybe if it was March, I bet people would go. Have you seen the market? I was like, nobody, people aren't going to buy tickets. People don't have the money right now. I understand that. It's all good. Nashville's great. I've never been in there. Just crash in. Dude, the side events are not ticketed in that way. The ticket is only for the main event. Everything else is independent, satellite-y stuff. And honestly, I'll give you guys the DL. When I go, I maybe watch 2 speakers. I'm very ADD. I can't sit still. The last thing I want to do is really sit in a room, in a chair, in an audience and just listen. It can be very technical at times and dry. All of my value is outside. It's outside. Sometimes it's nice though to hear Sailor speak or some of these really big names. But yeah, you can just go. XNOED. I'm going to pull it up for you. We're not going to look at it quite yet. But just so I don't forget, it's Nano. Nano, man. We got some stuff to look at for sure. You can buy with Bitcoin. You can. I don't know if I've ever really bought anything with Bitcoin, honestly. What's up, Ishtayak? BLM, you gotta drop a deuce. Do it, brother. Drop them deuces. Only Chirpow gets a round of applesauce. Cap or die, sure. Queen, you guys are over on the mobile stream, by the way. Mobile stream, all caps. If you can see that in chat, you're in the mobile stream. We got almost 1,000 live viewers now. Let's go. Join us over on the main one. Nash Vegasville. I like that class. 2 teaspoons vinegar with mothers in it. What's up, Shipwreck? Nashville's great. Never been there. I'm looking forward to it. Litecoin for heavy losses. The places are for smart people, Tom. Dumb trucks like you would just get spas around. Dude, Budman, that's what I'm going to be. Bro, that's exactly what I'm going to be doing. I guess I'm dumb. Oh, well. Better to be dumb and happy than smart and miserable. See you in Toronto. Am I going to Toronto next year? Need some mortal pop song, 2 red ducks. Bro, how have you been? Where you been at? Taking a break? Just chilling out? Yeah, you haven't been around in a while. 2 red ducks has been here forever. It's good to see you. Shout out to Crypto Geek Med School Hub. All right. What's up, 𝐂𝐴𝐵𝐾𝐲? 𝐂𝐴𝐵𝐾𝐲. Yeah, who's new here? If you're new here, please reply in the poll and say hello. Fardeen Virajar. What will be the last chance of weak point on Bitcoin? I'm not sure, friend. That's a question that requires, a lot of in-depth thinking, a lot of thought processing behind it. I'll get back to you. How's this 1 minute doing? 1 minute, okay. So kind of going along my theme today of talking about RSI, the 1 minute here, looking like maybe it's gaining a little bit of strength. Oversold, rejected. This is kind of like a swing rejection here on the 1. Back above 50. No oversold, back above 50. A little hopium. That's a little hopium. But maybe the start of a little of that green that we're looking for today. And I am looking for a little bit of green today. Even though I told you I closed my long. Maybe I shouldn't have. Looking for a little green. Let's 56,241. Our 618 retracement of our incredibly low time local move here. That's looking like it's about to happen. 5 minute continuing to give us that rolling over signal. That was really the only edge we had for some upward price action during the stream. Still in play. Let me add this arrow. Boom, 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 boom. There it is. We haven't hit the 618 here. I still think 56,950 is looking good. There we go. Cleaned up. We didn't hit 55,331. We're on the 5 minute. I gotta stop. I'm thinking we're on higher time frames. Late model with high mileage. What's up? Sin, good to see you, bro. How you doing? Working hard, stacking more than ever. 2 red ducks. Dude, give that man a round of applause. He just disappears for like months at a time, years at a time. Comes back, he's just working hard, working more than ever, stacking Bitcoin. What a Chad. Always lurking. I appreciate you, man. Ready for engagement, Crypto Nachi. Me too. You're old here, not new. Save with crypto. I feel very old here. We've been live streaming for 5 years. 5 years. I was a young man when I started. There are legit a bunch of people calling the bull market over. Like January of 2022 over. Or just a mid-cycle correction, folks. Well, Angelo Akamapora, I have a good answer for you. A lot of those people, those people fall into like 2, we'll say 3 camps, okay? Camp 1, those people are a lot just the people who have been calling down all the way up. They called down all the way through 2023. They're calling down all the way through this year. They're broken clocks, right? They're probably just mad that they were sidelined. Maybe they bought the top, sold the bottom, and now they're mad. Boom! There it is. There it is. We got our little poppy. Bam. 5 minute. Let's go. Camp 2. So we have the perma-bears. Camp 2 are the engagement farmers. And we all farm engagement as content creators, myself included. I try to do it a little more responsibly. But they just know that it'll get clicks. People are scared. People are scared right now. It's okay. Fear is part of the market cycle. And when you're feeling scared, or when we are feeling scared, we tend to seek out content that affirms that bias. So they know they'll get clicks, more so than saying I'm still bullish, which is what I usually say. People don't like hearing that when it goes down. And then I guess there is Camp 3. Camp 3 is the people who are maybe not a part of either of those other ones. Neither of them. But these are the people likely looking for that mid-cycle. So there is definitely more logic behind that than I'll say Camp 1. The perma-bears. I mean, there's no logic on Bitcoin to be a perma-bear. It's never been the right stance in the history of Bitcoin. Maybe someday it will be. I don't know. I don't think so. But that's just like logically wrong. The people looking for mid-cycle. Now, this has something behind it, and we did talk about this on Friday. I think I did a good job on Friday on this. So if you missed that, you can go back and watch it. But basically this. They're saying this was our 2022. This is from 3.1 thousand to 14K. We were streaming live all the way back here. It was one of the most euphoric times in the history that I can remember of Bitcoin. We rallied 350% and then basically just lower high, sideways, down into March of 22. So these people at least have like something. The third camp is like maybe the logical analysts who are just bearish on Bitcoin, right? There's reason to look for this. And in fact, before this rally really happened, early 2023 on this channel, we were talking about this, looking for something like this into this bull run. Here's kind of where I stand on this now. It's absolutely possible, completely possible that we see a mid-cycle high like 2019, right? However, where I kind of disagree with a lot of people on this is one, I don't think it is the likely outcome anymore. I think it was the likely outcome as we were back here in 2023 when we were like ranging in the 30s. That would have made a lot of sense to see a deep retracement. Could have lined up really well with 2019, but I don't think that's what we're going to get. I'm not feeling it. If we do, I think it looks something like this. You'll notice I deleted March 2020's low. Could it happen again like that? Yeah. But we would need an event that is so catastrophically large and globally encompassing that it happens. I think this is more what Bitcoin's chart was supposed to look like. Whatever that means, right? It's kind of a gibberish sentence, but supposed to look like. I think that 2020 was just a complete black swan fluke event that really did kind of bonk a lot of stuff up. Isn't this when oil went negative? We saw all kinds of things happen that really shouldn't happen. I think it might look something like this. So to acknowledge group 3 in their mid-cycle high, I think this is kind of what we might see. This would then be what, like 75? Maybe we go higher and then see it. I still don't think this is the probable outcome, but I think maybe something like this. Just like that. Nice cup and handle. Cuppy handle. Something. I don't think we get this again. Who knows? I don't. No. Actually, let me see something. I'm curious about this. You've got my brain working. I guess the ice bath got my brain working. Got the blood flowing. It really is something, dude. I really do feel like a vegan or a CrossFit person. Like, guy, you got to try it, bro. It's all I want to talk about. 53% down. This is actually kind of what we were talking about on the way up. It was a 50% drawdown at some point. Where would that bring us now? Let's see. I'm going to end this rant, don't worry. 53. It's not bad. That's not bad. Again, I still don't think this is what's happening. I don't. But even if it plays out in kind of that manner, I don't know, like high 30s, structurally on the chart, it'd be really bullish. It'd be incredibly bullish to come back to 35 or 31, hold support and bounce. This is major resistance here. We talk about this all the time. Major resistance. We broke through it. We did not come back to it. We did not test it as support. You don't have to, especially when it comes to Bitcoin. You know, you look at, again, going back to the previous cycle, Bitcoin doesn't always go back to previous resistance and test it as support. And commonly, when it doesn't, is in a bull run. So let's actually look at this, because this is a perfect example of what I'm talking about. We may see this kind of play out that way. the high, right? The mid-cycle high they were just addressing. 13.8. March happened. Everybody got spooked. This was, by the way, guys, if you were not around in 2020 in crypto, this was the most realistic, scary moment in crypto history. Period. I'll talk about that more at a different time or later today, but whew, that was it. After this, if you were here for this, nothing that's going on now will scare you. Anyway, 13.8 was our cycle high, our mid-cycle high. We broke through it, and look, we literally never, ever again went back to it. Was not back tested as support. So as bullish as I think this would be, Bitcoin may never trade to 31.7 ever again. I don't think it will ever trade to 13.8 again. I was very convinced on the way up. I got kind of grabbed by that. I was pretty convinced on the way up until we broke 20K that we would see 13.8 like this. Nope. My analysis has come a long way since then. I've shared this with you before, but there's always new viewers. I'm not interested in buying Bitcoin at 56. I understand and respect you if you do. Everyone's portfolio is different. I've had many years to buy it. I had many years to buy it at 56. I'm not interested in it now. But right here, I would put about 25% of my cash in my portfolio into Bitcoin. 31.8. It's still not a price I love, but I would buy. I'd buy. I'd pick up some serious spots, some 5-figure spot probably. And then if this does ever come, because the one thing I have learned over the years is it's a very big gamble to say something will never happen. A price will never happen. It almost always tends to be wrong. But if we ever do see 13.8 again, I will go 100% out of my cash position. 13.8. Bring it, whales. Bring it. You think you're spooky? You think you're spooking people up here at 56,000? You don't even deserve to be whales. Germany thinks they're going to spook us out. Yeah. So there you go. There's like my 2 cents on the market here. Bitcoin hit our little super low time frame target, pulled back higher low. I think we're going for higher, boys. Before I totally announce and engage that, let me see something. Let me check out these low time frames, see what's changed. 1 minute. Kind of like I was suggesting here, showing a little bit more strength above that 50 RSI line. I like that. 5 minute just getting in there. Marketcipher B rolling over, continuing it, but showing a little bit of weakness on that rollover. You might see another higher low here on the way up. Get over 50, you lazy. You lazy coin. Get over 50 RSI, bro. 10 minute reflecting that same 5 minute rollover here. We have a low on money flow, a higher low on money flow, and that is already rolled over to that green line, baby. Let's go. VWAP is up. Momentum is falling to the 0 line. 10 minutes giving us a pretty good upward signal there. 15. 15 so close. I want to see 15 minutes money flow break this high here. That'll give us a bigger move to the upside. 30. Weak. I think we get it. Look at them subscribers rolling over. I like that. I like that a lot. Keep them coming. I think my headphones are off. These are like really fancy, nice headphones, but they, for some reason, have a lot of problems. The Momentum 4. I don't know if anybody ever bought a pair of these. Kind of debated on returning them, honestly. Hold up. I want to see if this music will work. That way I'll know if they're on or off. I'm not hearing the new subscribers and stuff, that's why. Testing. Here we go. It's working. It's working. All right, we're good. Let me see. I missed a bunch of new subscribers. We got Karimbir Singh. Too loud. Put on some tunes. Screw it. Let me know what that volume is. I see Regis Alexandre subscribe. David TXTO. Not related to Tiesto. Niles Anders, 𝐒𝐈𝐆𝐽𝐻. Lee Fats. We got a bunch of new names. What's up, fam? All right, I'm done rambling. I'm done ranting. What's up, Regis Alexandri? With the checkmark, fellow checkmark Chad. Salute. What's on your page? What's Regis do? Regis, that is not what I expected, my dude. You're living your best life. Cheers, bro. Oh, man. Fardine looking for 43. Cap or die. Feels like a vegan. More carnivore. I love my carnivore, man. No music up too high. I'll turn down. Can't be too loud, is it? Yeah, Taylor, I also did not know that when I did that. Next time I'm going to look. Something to be excited about. Let's change the topic, boys. Just subscribe, Chris Collins. Well, good thing you did before that happened. Might have reconsidered it. Celatons, what's up, man? I see you subscribing. Good level. Sounds great. Good. What's up, Coins Chick is here. One of the greatest authors on crownanalysis.com. Check her out. Asterisk X, dude. I feel this comment so hard. Do you know what I miss? The feeling of when I first got into crypto, bro. That moment when, like, just everything changes in a way that feels real, in a way that doesn't feel like propaganda or a social media algorithm manipulating you. Dude, that hope and that excitement. Like, your dreams just exponentially grow. You're like, anything is possible now. I miss that too, dude. That's long past for me. It's a journey. Trading crypto, it's a journey. It's a hell of a journey. You go through all kinds of different phases. I'm right there with you. Cheers. What's up, 𝐒𝐈𝐆𝐽? Becoming a member. I see you, Wee. Can you put yourself in timeout? What's up, Steve? Mr. Optical Art is here. I'm going to pull up Optical Art's channel because this one, I don't have to worry about it being something that we don't have on the stream. Optical Art, my guy, Steve. Good dude. Go follow him. Good dude, my dude. Hold up. Not gonna work. Oh well. Don't care. Don't care. Actually, I do care. I just tuned in and this guy's not saying anything. What's happening? Trying to fix something on the OBS. Here we go. There it is. I fixed it. There we go. Now the short stream, or the vertical stream for mobile phones, has the subscriber count. Cool. Cool, cool. Keep them coming. Keep banging that button out. Okay. Done. Whew. What's up, Hassan? What's up, Craig Bowen, Stony? Neutrino. Do I think Bitcoin is going in the right direction to become a replacement for the Eurodollar system? Man, I could talk about that all day. All day. You know? I think Bitcoin is more than that. I don't think we should kind of put Bitcoin in this narrow definition of like replace dollar, replace euro. It's much bigger. It's a much bigger thing. I don't think, and you guys are welcome to hate me. This doesn't make me any less bullish, but I don't think that Bitcoin will ever be the transactional everyday currency. I don't think I want that either. I don't think you want that either. It sounds good. And I certainly have had periods in my journey here where I have wanted that and thought that. But then you kind of get into reality. Well, not in reality. You see in practice this happening, and it doesn't have the effect that you would assume. So take a look at something like Litecoin. Shout out to Litecoin. I still love it, even though they didn't invite me to Litecoin conference. Litecoin has transacted crazy amounts, like wild, crazy amounts for its market cap. But look at its price. I don't think transactions like that lead to price appreciation. And I think Bitcoin's destiny is that direction. It's the price appreciation direction. What I think will happen, I think Tether, whether it's called Tether or USDC or Circle or PayPal USD or TUSD, GUSD, whatever, I think that will replace the dollar and the euro. Stablecoin. I think that will. Here's where Bitcoin comes into that, though. I believe Bitcoin is the collateral. It is the value behind it. So to say, will it replace it? I think it's going to do more than that. I think it's going to replace everything that supports it. Does that make sense? It will be the thing that gives it value. So I think its destiny is much larger. That's my 2 cents. You love, the exchanges love this stuff. Is to steal your money left and right, says Katoshi. It goes up, shorts get called, goes down, longs get called. Absolutely. It's not exchanges, though, I will tell you. I have a little info. I'm privy to a little bit more about exchanges than the average guy and the average viewer. I talk to them a lot. It's not the exchanges necessarily. It's really the market makers. And the market makers should not be the exchange. An exchange that makes its own markets is not to be trusted. Market makers, though, that's like kind of the boogeyman that you're pointing the finger at. You're correct. Market makers make the most money. They make money basically equal to or correlating with volatility being low. So they want it to just be sideways. They want to keep markets sideways forever. When we get big explosive moves up or down, they tend to lose money. The more you know. The more you know. Old dude in Germany. Why is Germany selling Bitcoin? Didn't they buy Bitcoin back? It's weird. Kind of an insult to garbage. Bitcoin's the new digital gold. I agree, 𝐂𝐴, but at the same time, I want to caution everyone on the same thing that I was just saying about who asked about replacing the dollar. As humans, we want to define things and we want to put them in little boxes of understanding of, yep, I get it. I don't need to think about it. I get it. Bitcoin is so much bigger than just a digital gold. When people, I know that they mean it in a positive way, but it is bigger than that. It's confining of it to say it's gold. It's so much more than gold. That's my opinion. I like that rant, man. What's up, Christopher Abbott? You're over there on the mobile stream. I see you. Anybody over there, feel free to join us on the main one. We got like 1,000 chatters over here. Andy Big Consensus. Let's pull up Andy's channel. We pulled up someone's channel earlier, and I have no problem with them, but their channel was not something that I really knew existed on YouTube and did not want to show on my channel. Simply because we are a crypto channel. Andy Big Consensus. Go subscribe to this guy. Good dude. His portfolio looks like crap, bruh. I feel you, man. I feel you. Germany didn't buy. I don't really care if they did or not, but it was just like odd. They like had sold, and then there was like news that they had bought some back. I don't know. I wonder why Germany's selling. Have they stated anything? Have they made any public statement? It kind of makes sense when other countries sell Bitcoin, right? Like another country, because they'll get dollars. To me, it makes no sense when the US government sells Bitcoin because they just get dollars. They could just print those dollars. So like they're giving up a real tangible asset for something they could make. They can just poof. Doesn't make any sense to me. Considering you don't need to make international settlements often. Yeah, I don't really either. You sent your friend to Canada $200. There is absolutely, crypto's absolutely going to replace those systems. Why not crypto stablecoins backed by gold and silver? I mean, they are. They're also backed by Bitcoin. They're also backed by dollars. Stablecoins aren't like backed by just one thing, especially Tether. Tether has like a very diverse portfolio. Spot on analysis, Scottish crypto. Thank you, Ming. How is it more than gold? It's so much more than gold, dude. If electricity systems ever went down, you still have gold. Gee, if electricity systems go down, I don't care how much gold you give me. I'm not giving you, I don't know, I'm not giving you my food. not giving you my alcohol, my antibiotics, my guns. I don't want your yellow rock. That's how I see it. A Bitcoin standard, you could say. So, let me see. What else you guys looking at? Let's look at some alts. What do you want to look at? Germany is in a crazy process of de-industrialization. What's up, Foxy? What's up with that? I'm not aware of that. Not aware. Wei Ping Yang is shillin' coins chicks coin in the super chats. Thank you, man, for the 5 SGDs. I don't know what that is, but I appreciate you anyway. Ooh, Bad Baptist coming in with some. Bitcoin is a worldwide collateral. Smart people are using it as a unit of account, like myself. In a pinch, it can be used as a medium of an exchange, I agree, but that's the cherry on top. Agreed. Agreed. Global digital scarcity. Actually digitally scarce. Pocahontas. We will not need any other coins as a means of exchange because Bitcoin's digital gold, meaning that it is a hedge against inflation, reserve asset, and also an exchange medium. I still think it's more than that, guys. And you can ask me why, how, what. The one thing that I have said year over year over year is that crypto, the spot in the future that crypto will hold, we can see some of those spots right now. We can say, oh, that makes sense. This makes sense. But as time goes on, the use, where it fits in, is going to reveal itself. We don't know right now. We don't have all the information. We don't know what the future is going to look like. Bitcoin has the most compelling thing for me is just being immortal. Being absolutely immortal. It's not going anywhere. At this point, there are enough like botnet computers, like Trojanware computers, malware, whatever, mining Bitcoin, that it likely, even if everybody died, mining would continue for a while. I guess until like everything collapsed. Like, it is an unstoppable force and it will continue to exist. I'm 100% confident. Are those short positions? They are, AG. They are. I closed my long like a little biznatch this morning. I shouldn't have, but you didn't put him up to that. It's all good. Can you buy Bitcoin ammo with Bitcoin? I don't know. I mean, directly, you know, this is always the question, is directly? Is there a site that like will process Bitcoin with no middleman for whatever their product is? Not many of them. Can you use some kind of middleman, like Stripe, I don't know, something like that, to do that transaction? Of course. Of course. Kaspa. Ooh, the physical framework of the universe is similar to blockchain technology. Interesting. That's why Satoshi called it time chain. Did he call it time chain? I'm not familiar with that. It's a cool name. ONDO. Let's look at some alts. I promised Ed we would look at the old Nano. So let's look at the Nano for Ed. Where's my good chart? Oh, yeah. Shout out to our sponsors, MetaSignals. They make the best algorithmic trading signals ever. You can get a free trial with them using my link. Unfortunately, here is an example that we watched that didn't play out the best. I said I would update you guys on this. Didn't play out the best, but didn't play out the worst here. Maybe not the best advertisement. TP1 was hit from our entry, 60.5 to 63.6. Man, that should have been a short signal even. Did get stopped over here on the 4th of July. So, yeah. Nothing is guaranteed. I believe these guys do it the best in the business. So give them a shot. Check out their free trial. Also, LuxAlgo, our sponsor as well, are only two. LuxAlgo makes the best indicators that exist. They have hundreds of free indicators on TradingView, and they have many premium indicators that have lots of value. So check it out. Let's see. Boom, boom. Let's go to Nano. Xano. People, it's interesting. You know, there's a lot of OGs here too. Isn't it weird to you how throughout the cycles, there are coins that people like, there's this like, it's like Hex, right? There's just like a whole cult of these people. And then over time, so many of these coins just don't do anything. They don't provide any like unique value. Not even talking about Nano, but like, or even Hex, but like they don't provide any unique value. Their charts don't continue going up. Like, and what happens to those cults? Do they still exist? That's something that Litecoin has going for it. Litecoin, there's still people who support it. I don't know. I haven't heard anyone support Nano, but I remember as if it was yesterday, like just a crowd of people being like, the transaction speeds and the this and that and this and that. I don't know. It's interesting because things in crypto will appear to be like the next big thing, and then they'll just fade into obscurity. I don't know. It's a weird cycle. All right, just looking at Nano here on the month. 62.3. Not hit yet. 62.3 I think could be a decent entry. It is below, let's see, it is below this ascending trend on the month. Yeah, it is. Here we go. This is one of those coins that just hasn't seemingly been able to catch a bid recently. I could see a move at 62.3. That's back to your fair value gap, let's call it, on the month down here from September, October of 23. You're not quite there. You hit 68.1, and I mean, maybe you bounce here. It's hard to make that call. It's hard for me to say that with confidence. You do have your low trend. That wick did hit that low trend. It's bounced back up. But until the market seemingly is recovering, I don't know if I can trust that. So if you're a big Nano fan, maybe 60, maybe you got in at 70 cents ish. As someone who's pretty agnostic to Nano, 62.3, I think I could make a trade there. I think it could look something like this. Any day now. This would be like a scalping play. I'm going to use August 23's low at 55-ish cents as the stop. I'm just going to target back to April, May, June on the monthly. We saw an order block painted out here. Bearish engulfing candle brought us lower. I think that a play from 62 back to 113. Let's see. I might be aiming a little low. I still like it. Back to 113 could be decent. Could be a decent play. You got 130 above. I do like how kind of both of those levels line up with your fib retracement if the low does hit 62. Something like that. I think they're both doable. There you go. Just for Mr. Ed. Because Mr. Ed has been around and he asked me before the live while I was paying attention. Well done. I'm going to put this in our VIP trading section in the Discord. You can get free access. Just sign up with any of the partners in the video description below. What's next? What's next, fam? MPC, Rich VV? NPCs? Who else wants to see NPC? What is this? Here we go. Here's a great lesson. This is a scam. 𝐂𝐴𝐿𝐿, you are a scammer. This is a scammer. Whenever you see any kind of comments like this, it's just a scam. Kevin Hurdle, I guarantee you Google this, you'll find some like paid course thing. I don't know. Maybe I'll try to double your Bitcoin. Kelvin Hurdle is a scammer, and so is 𝐂𝐴𝐿𝐿. Get the F out of here, man. Boop. See ya. Be very, very aware, guys, of just any random comments on videos, on Twitter, on YouTube, on anything, that like a group of people are all like super agreeing with each other about like someone's name, about some mentor or some, you know, something. It's usually pretty easy to spot if you know that this is a common scam. I can imagine new people might get taken by it sometimes because they're not familiar with the people in the space. I don't know. But like anytime there's this overwhelming agreement about someone who's going to like deal with your money, it's a scam. Be careful. What chart are we doing next? Tia. Solana. Tia. Mr. Crypto. Charlie Lee stole the top of Litecoin because he was the top of Litecoin. That wasn't as funny as I thought, but I thought you were going to say something funny. I was going to say Charlie Lee, I think as it stands right now, is one of the greatest crypto traders of all time. Is what it is. BONK, JASMY. All right. All right. We can look at BONK and Jazz. And Solana, sure. Let's go by market cap. We'll go to Solana first. Solana. All right. Solana. 125.76. I do not love, I said this last time, I do not love how many times we have tested 125 on the monthly. I don't like it. Testing support is not a good thing when you do it more than once. You only ever really want to test support once, then you want to fly away. The more times you test it, the more probable it becomes to break. Here we are, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months in a row. Don't love that. We have lower highs coming down from March's high. Not great. Let's see. Looking down below, you got an order block on the month, sits at $100. I would be a buyer more so at 100 than right here at 125 again. If the market is always wrong, or if people are always wrong in the market, kind of makes sense that you would fear multiple retests of support. If people get too many chances at like longing an area, it's probably not the bottom. Probably not. There we go. $100 might be a slicker trade. And what I don't love about this chart is after 100, you don't have a lot underneath you. You don't have much support. This is true of many altcoins. We don't know if 100 will break or if it'll even be tested, but if it is broken, let's say we see a weekly close down here, like under 75, under 100 even, you don't really have support on this chart until like $20. Like on the monthly time frame, you have to come all the way down here to find any support. I don't love that. You might, maybe you get like 31 from this wick high, but that's a big drop. That's like 60%. I don't love that. Not even saying that's happening. We're just going over kind of what's happening here on this chart. We got LuxAlgo, price action concept showing us supports and resistances, and signals and overlays giving us some trend indications. LuxAlgo still bearish on the week. This is true of like everything right now. You can see that retest of 125. Let's check out. Hey, RSI is coming down, hanging out above 50. I don't hate that. If this RSI comes back up, if that 50 line can be defended, I think that we see a retest of our highs from this year on Solana. Weekly money flow looks pretty good. I might be getting a little more bullish on Solana here. Let's go down to the day. You have my attention now, Solana. Solana. The one thing that was making me kind of extra bearish on this earlier, and I still feel that way, but this is some price action that I've seen before, not on Solana. I believe it was on Ethereum. I'm not going to go back and find it, but I very vividly remember this setup on Ethereum. Maybe it was last cycle, maybe it was the one before, where you had a flat top triangle, ascending low breakout, and then you came back and tested it with lower highs, and like it like fell into the bear market then. I think it was like 2018. I'll have to look and find out. I don't like that. This is on the day, you know, like there is more to the chart than that, but this is what I can't ignore. Can't ignore that, man. Flat bottom, highs coming down. I don't like that. $75. You have like the smallest amount of daily support down here at 75. RSI in the day doing the opposite of the week, stuck under 50. You are setting higher lows though. Inconclusive, but I think I still have to lean a little bearish. The weekly is shaping up well on Solana, but the other time frames I'm just not quite seeing it, and I can't ignore this, man. You just keep hitting 125. It keeps being weakened. Maybe Solana will do something like this. Maybe we'll do something like that. $100 might be a solid entry there. What's next? BONK, JASMY. JASMY bonks. What's up, Brands CH? Joe Lop 333. Zana Aliasi. What's up? Celatians. Got a bunch of new subscribers. Keep them coming, boys. Make that counter roll over. There we go. Someone did it in real time. Let's go. Let's go. We want to see BONK or JASMY next. Or something else altogether. I'm going to refresh the chats because they're all frozen. AVAX? Alright, Chew. You're right. We'll do AVAX. We'll do AVAX because I wanted to do AVAX. I tweeted about this yesterday and I accidentally put the wrong ticker. I think it did AXAX, and so I deleted the tweet. Should have kept it, but I think AVAX actually looks incredibly strong for a long. I think it looks incredibly strong for a long. Here's where I'm at. Let's zoom out. Here where we're at. We got this little toppy wick here from the start of 23. We have hit that. Looks like actually in the last week, we hit it. Going down to the month. Here we go. Up here, August 22 at $23.85. We have our horizontal right here. This was resistance. We saw it act as resistance throughout the bear market. We broke through it. We did not backtest it. We painted very ugly monthly candles up here at $35-ish. Higher high. Rejected from our resistance at the previous bull cycle top. Bearish engulfed, traded sideways, kept testing that support, 3280, like I'm talking about on Solana. Kept testing it before falling lower. Here we go. I think 2372, and I've been saying this for a while, I think that is the long. There's no guarantee it'll work out, but I think that is the long. And it's mostly because I believe if you lose this level, AVAX goes back to like 10 bucks. Which does give you kind of the navigational ability to make a trade or plan a trade. But here's what we got on the week. We tested it at the rip open of this quarter. That wick bought back up above weekly. Here we are, still kind of trading sideways. We can see on the way back up, it was resistance again, being tested as support. I think the stop loss here, this is a 3.5 to 1. I think this stop loss could be tightened up significantly. I think you could really pull that up, get a better risk to reward, because you're really betting on this support holding. It can probably trade down to like 20 and still hold that support. But below that, I'm probably out. I have 2-ish trades. This one actually got stopped that we put up recently. Got stopped out ever so slightly, and that builds my confidence here. Here's kind of the local price action I was looking for. We got a little lower wick than expected. It does seem to be kind of getting back in that vibe here. So for the scalper, for a scalping trade, I'd likely be looking to take profit at 3280. Let's go back to a higher time frame. 3280, just to come back to that support that was tested so many times and broken. Testing that here is going to be the big signal for me. If you reject, we're going to 10 bucks, I think. If you can make it through 3280, 54 bucks, I think that comes from the monthly. Up there is the next take profit, and I mean, it depends how bullish you are. You think we're going back into the full bull mode, you can set your targets higher. But there you go. AVAX, I think, is a strong long. INJ, FTM. Isn't FTM like changing coins though? Might not make sense to really chart it. Bitcoin pair's more interesting. I don't think I've looked at it in a long time. I don't like that. I don't like the Bitcoin pair. I don't like this double bottom. Let me guess, like 618 hit. Ooh, yep, 618 hit. I don't love the Bitcoin pair, I'm sorry. That's okay though, things don't need to have a bullish Bitcoin pair to do well. They can still do very well against the dollar. Sell off, double bottom, back to 618. No breakthrough. Now you're back down. This is more than 618 retracement. I wouldn't doubt if you got some upside to go here. Maybe back to like 00061, but it is really hard to be bullish on freaking Bitcoin pairs right now. This market is showing us it's not something that coins maybe are able to do over time. I'm still not sold on that concept quite yet, but it does very much seem that way. There it is. I mean, I think you can get this. I think you can get that. Maybe a little higher. I don't know. We'll see. We're gonna have to see like dominance really mix stuff up to get bullish on it on the BTC pair. Where my chart I was working on go? This isn't the one. Here. Okay. JASMY. I haven't shilled in a little bit, guys. Make sure you've smashed that subscribe button. Lots of you have during this live, but let's keep that energy going. We are live here Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We put out content every day, and we even have the world's greatest free trading course on this channel. Subscribe and you'll get notifications. Join the fam of all of that. Helps the stream when you subscribe while live. It's engagement. More engagement means YouTube shows the stream to more people, so it helps out. It helps others find this place, and they need to find this place. You should join the Discord while you're at it, and if you sign up with any of the sponsors in the video description below, you'll get VIP access in said Discord for free. Costs you nothing. We're gonna look at JASMY here. I was very bullish on JASMY last quarter. Let's see if any of that's changed. Yeah, I'm gonna pull up the JASMY chart actually. Let's see what I was thinking. See where my brain was at last time. I made a pretty good trade on JASMY. I think I sold it though. I think I sold it at like 3.5. Okay. Short didn't fill. Womp. We never got to that 5-cent mark. Traded above 3.5 on the week. Fell back down. Interesting here. Interesting. Our weekly settled up. So it did trade below our 618, or golden Fibonacci retracement. But it settled back up at the 618. And so far in this week, in the last 8 hours or so, has not moved lower. I think you could consider this. Let's see. You can get a 3.1. Betting you don't see a lower low. Targeting up at 3.5 cents again. I think that could be done. 6 cents. 3 to 1. Yeah, it could be done. This all went like pretty according to plan. Ooh, nice bullish engulf there on Saturday. Brought this chart back into not hell. You know? I think the better entry is at 2.1, right at the start of that bullish engulfing green candle from the 6th. Can you get there still? Still, you get a 4 to 1. I like that. I don't know if I'm going to take that personally. Money flow in the day kind of looks like garbage. Lower highs coming in. Momentum is painting some, at least on MACD bullish divergence. Not on RSI though. All right. JASMY. I think that trade could fly. I'll put that right into the Discord VIP section. JASMYs. I think I missed one or two too. There it is. People want to like a bonk. Guys, I will say this. I dabble in the memes and the crappiest of crap, right? But something that I don't think enough people say is you have to trade them differently. You have to trade them differently. Like with Bitcoin, I could buy Bitcoin at any level because I believe and have watched for years, Bitcoin always ends up going higher. I don't know, BONK. Does BONK really have like a 10-year future? I don't know. Doesn't mean you might not get a crazy gain out of it or anything. You might. I think I made some good money on it and PEPE and whatever. But yeah, you're not holding these coins. It's not like DCA down on them. I think that's a very bad move. It's a very unwise decision that the clickbaity, shilly people don't want to tell you because they just want your liquidity. They don't care about your success. All right, on the day, got a double bottom. I think that double bottom is going to extend out to weeks. Out 2 weeks. Potentially out 2 months. Out to month. Nice. All right. Here you go. This is like in its favor. Double bottom there. Tested that order, or tested the order block on the month. Higher high, double bottom. Okay. It is really early in the month to like get excited about a double bottom or something like that. It's not a great idea. I think if you took a trade, you could target 281. It's currently at 24. Back to the top of the quarterly open. You're going to find some sellers there for sure. If you're a little more hopeful, 344. Monthly open for June. $226 for the week. Keep that order block. Hopefully move higher. Hopefully. RSI coming down. Lows coming up. You're painting both bullish and bearish divergence on this chart, which is not completely unusual in crypto, but not a very confident sign. Your lows are coming up. Your RSI lows are moving down. That's bullish divergence. However, you have higher highs, but your highs are coming down. So you have kind of conflicting RSI divergence there. If BONK does move back to its all-time high and break it, which I think is possible. The rest of the market, I think, will heat up first, though. We'll need to see that. If it does break its all-time high, let's do this. I think it's going to remove one of them zeros. 0, 0, 0, 1. If and when BONK breaks its all-time high, I'd be looking for, this is about a 2x from 4 zeros, 4 7 up to 3 zeros 1. There you go. I would never take this trade, but hell, why not? Stop below the double bottom. Back to the all-time high, 5 to 1. 109% upside, 21% drawdown or risk. There you go. Bonking. I would take it from the weekly engulf level, 226 though. Not right here. Bonk. All right, what's next? Back to the chat. Let me refresh it. Look at ONDO, look at ONDO, look at ONDO, look at ONDO. Rune, whiff, render. Can I pull up ICP? God, ICP looks terrible. Coinbase stock, David. When? Is it Wen or Nugent? When? I'll pull up Coin. I haven't looked at Coin in a bit. I should probably check back in on it. Check the super chat. I did not see it. In fact, wow, it didn't even tell me it exists. Give me a tick. Coinbase stock looks good. I'm so bullish on Coin. If I were to buy stocks, I would buy Coin. Higher high, higher low, resistance, break resistance, back test it, lower high, higher low. What are we doing here? We're flagging. I think Coin is moving back to its all-time high this year. Latest next year. What's up, B Simmons 720? Subscribing. Good to see you, my friend. Thank you. Yeah, it didn't show me the super chat. YouTube can be weird about them sometimes. I walk through fire. Where's the super chatter? What is Jode? People are tipping all these weird currencies. Jordanian dinar. Thank you for the $2, my friend. LAI. LAI? Never heard of it. Has anyone else ever heard of it? Cannot say I've ever heard of it. Okay, you've been around. You don't just ask for it. Yeah, we can look at it. Usually, I would say, nah, dude, I'm not gonna look at some random coin for $2. But, you aren't just here shilling that. I see. You're here often, not just shilling that. That's usually why I don't look at stuff. I'm like, no. Now, if you want TOMCROWN to like shill, promote, show your stuff, it's gonna cost you more than $2. I don't see a good history. Let's go to like MEXC maybe. This has got some history. Boom, 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 done. I don't know anything about this coin. There are things that can happen with coins that are kind of beyond the chart. I don't know if a coin can simply be minted out of thin air, and then the devs mint it, and then they sell it, right? It's not going to be on the chart. Not until after. But just looking at this, I could see a trade here. Just looking at the month, man. Higher low. All-time high, question mark, I don't know. Rejection. Paints the order block at 0.28. Sells off, comes down. Where's it going to come to? Likely that fair value gap at just under... Ooh, it's just under 1 cent. I like this trade now. 1 cent. Targeting 2.8 cents. That's 180% gain. 188% gain. With that big of an upside, you could, in theory, still get over a 4-to-1 with your stop at an all-time low. That's a big drawdown, though. You couldn't do that on leverage, 43%. But in theory, you could still eke that out. I kind of like that. LayerAI. I don't think I've ever charted it. You already have bullish divergence going on, provided you don't break January's low. On the week. That sure is ugly. That's knife catching for sure. I like a penny on this, though. 1 penny. I mean, you could be a lot more conservative with this trade. You could look to take profit like 1.5 cents, still 50% upside. You could kind of just randomly pick 2 cents, still 100% upside. I still think 2.8 is solid, though. Let's see where that is on the retracement, then we'll move to the next thing. Just under the 0.5. It's a little unsettling that these fibs look like they fit better if the low is at 0.007. What do you guys think? I don't know anything about this. LAI. ONDO, just for Thashiel. Look at ONDO. ONDO is currently trading below its previous resistance, 92 cents. Support hasn't kicked in. Hasn't shown its face quite yet. You have 75 cents down here at the bottom of your fair value gap. If that hits, then there's definitely a trade that could be made there. Boys. Just under $1 again. I like that. I might take that. If it comes, I might take that ONDO trade. I kind of like this. I like the numbers involved. It's like 75 cents to $1. Nice clean numbers. ONDO had resistance here just under $1. Broke through it. Lower high. Dunked under. Previous resistance did not hold as support. So far this week is very fresh. It has tested $1. Didn't break through. If it gets trapped under here by the sellers, I think that trade is real slick. Yeah, that looks ugly, doesn't it? That looks kind of gnarly. Look at this wick. Break all of those like $1 backtest traders. Bullish engulf. Bam, order block down, resistance. Test that previous support as resistance, move back down. Boom. It's kind of ugly on the day. I still like this trade though. What I like about this trade is not only the clean numbers, but It's like a long, and even if this ends up being really bearish, it still should hit that take profit. I like that. Oh. It's 2:20. We've been live an hour and a half now. Tommy boy, been thugging in these BTC streets. I love you, William. You're the man. Are there any charts that we really need to look at? Because we're getting towards the we've been streaming too long side. It's hot outside. I know, Terpene. At the beginning, please don't look at Kaspa. All right. Reverse psychology. I never object to looking at Kaspa. I shared my secret at the beginning of the stream. I started taking ice baths in the morning, and I recommend it, guys. I'm not someone who can deal with the heat. I'm not selling anything. I'm not selling ice baths, but yeah, I've been dying here. It's been like 100 degrees, over 100 with the heat index, whatever. Taking that ice bath in the morning has made my body just feel not as overheated all day. Like even hours later, which I wouldn't have expected. Like hours and hours later. It's still hot, but I felt like I was like legit dying, like getting dizzy from the heat. Give it a try. You don't actually need ice. In fact, I would say don't do that. Don't do the ice. I mean, if you want to, I don't know, go ahead. But like, you don't need 32-degree water to get the benefits of an ice bath. In fact, your body has like the exact same reaction with like 50-degree water, which is what comes out of your tap at the coldest. Usually, if you have like, I don't know, a well or city water, usually it's 50 to 55. It's like underground temp. You get the shock, you get the feel, you get the vibes. All right, Kaspa. Would have loved to see Kaspa hold 17.1 last week. It did not. Fell below. Likely going to see 17.1 tested this week. Got some pretty nasty bear div on your RSI, but in its favor, what are we doing? This was the topic at the beginning of the stream. In its favor, it also does not seemingly want to trade under 50 RSI here on the week. If Kaspa does move under 50 RSI, I might kind of adjust that. But for now, this is still uptrending, but it's giving us maybe a warning sign of some kind. It's saying you need a significant breakout. You need a significant breakout in price and RSI to keep this in an uptrend, at least the one it's been in. But still looking good. Holding above that 50, you're still trending up. Money flow is weak on the weekly, but still not bearish. I think you could look for another higher low here. Not exactly sure where I'd look for the upside target. 15.1. I think you'll get a retest of 15.1. 6% drawdown. I mean, even this is a 2-to-1. Solo low for my tastes. I like to use high risk to rewards, which means statistically we'll have more losing trades than winning trades on this channel. That doesn't mean it ain't profitable. There we go. So I like this trade for one reason, and that's as long as this holds. I mean, in theory, as long as this holds down at 13, what you've done is all-time high, pull back, higher low, new all-time high, pull back, higher low. I think again, new all-time high. So what do we need? To trade this effectively, we should be looking for that pattern to continue playing out, which means we need to see a higher low hold. 15.1, I think is the probable. This is kind of where I'm looking. But again, as low as 13.5, it's still technically a higher low, though much less comfortable below there. Much less. Hold that, and maybe 19 cents is too low for a take profit, right? Maybe we're looking for price exploration. Maybe we're looking for 25 cents. I can see that. There it is. Kaspa. Done. Still have over 1,000 viewers. I can't believe it. It's wild. Maybe we got a lot of bots today. I don't know. Maybe you're real. You don't pay a premium for on-demand hot water. It's also, yeah, you don't have to pay for hot water. It's almost free. Almost free. I did want to do one thing today. I forgot to pull it up. Let's take a look at some of these BYBT or CoinGlass indicators. Fear and greed down at 28. This is some serious fear. Some serial furial. No, I only care about Bitcoin, fear and greed. I don't care about stocks, fear and greed. In perspective, let's go to the month. Put a little perspective here. On the month, we are basically at the lowest reading we've had. 28, we came off of 26, I think, on Friday. That was the lowest fear and greed reading since 2022. Going to the 3-month, pretty clear here. Unsurprising. We were in greed. We traded kind of sideways on this greed until we fell off mid-June, hitting that low. Let's go to the year. This is what's spicy. September of 23. I don't know how well you guys can see this, but September of 23, we hit a 30 fear reading. Let's put that into perspective quick. There we go. Bitcoin's getting its shit together. Let's go. We already had one target hit. Let's go for 56.9. Let's put this in perspectivo. Here it is. September of 23. Right here. Currently, even today, even though we're coming kind of off of that low reading, right now, at 57,000, we have more fear than right here. And let me tell you, this made sense to be afraid. Right here made sense to be afraid. Right now, I'm not so sure. But look at this. On many exchanges, I guess not Coinbase, but many perpetuals, we actually saw this hit a lower low, which is very bad for this setup. We had traded sideways for over 100 days. We had finally in June, July hit a higher high for the year. We got a little excited. That excitement got nuked. Traded sideways, lower high, nuked. Traded sideways, broke our range low. This was fundamentally the scary part. In fact, we had talked about the mid-cycle kind of high thing going on. This is kind of what it looked like it was going to do. It lined up really well. Made sense. That was the low. We traded back up. We ran to all-time highs before the halving. Here we are. Right here. Is this scarier? Is this scarier? We've hit an all-time high. Is this scarier? It's only slightly less scary than the 5th, I guess. There's some kind of divergence going on. Sentiment divergence. Now let's zoom out even more. This is the entire history of fear and greed. There we go. The entire history. We are all the way down here. If you look to the left, the last time things were this spooky. Wait, what? What happened here? January of 23. Might have missed this one. Yeah, still good proclamation. The very earliest of January of 23 was the closest fear reading. Right here. Right here. 16K. Is that proportional? Does that make sense to you? Is it logical? Is this equally scary to what we're seeing right now? And if you agree, it is not. Like, you have to delete the front of the chart to see what it was like then. After all this, right here, we had very, very high fear. This is like equal to this? I don't know, man. It's a good thing. Fear outpacing or fear kind of exaggerating price movements, in my experience, has almost always ended bullishly. Same is probably true in the upside. Greed outpacing movements as well. Don't lose hope, fam. I have not been affected by this in any way, shape, or form. I ain't selling. If anything, I'm readying to buy if we get a greater sell-off, and something tells me that we won't, because I'm not that lucky. Bitcoin has rarely ever given me a re-entry or a good buy spot The last time I bought Bitcoin in force, in real money, was right here. This is the last serious buys I've had. I've made buys over time, but this was like the 5-figure plus buys. And these buys I never thought would fill. I'm not some genius trader that knew the future. I could lie about it and say that I am. I knew it was coming, but that's full of shit. Here's what I did, and here's maybe a strategy that might make sense for you, okay? We were coming off of the bull market into the bear market. We had this giga euphoric rally. Instead of buying, what I did is I basically looked at our lowest point price, which was 3,000, and I said, am I afraid of Bitcoin going lower? And I said, yeah, I am. If it goes lower than that, I'm going to be really spooked. So what I did is every $500. So you can say there's one at 0, but whatever, 500, doesn't really matter. At 1,000, at 1,500, at 2,000, at 2,500, at 3,000, at 3,500, at 4,000, 4,500. I think I did this all the way up to like 5K, right? I just layered, brainless, took no skill, no talent. All I did was layer buy orders. I had taken some profits in 2019 on the way up. This is when we started streaming, and I actually sold the most Bitcoin I had ever sold because we started streaming and we needed money. It was rough, but I did it so we could be here today where we are. I just layered that money, every $500 up in limit buy orders. I never thought they'd hit. Honestly, never thought it would happen. March came, it filled a bunch of these orders. I got a lot of money back in, and I got lucky. So maybe it makes sense to consider something in your financial situation, in your portfolio situation, that maybe kind of rhymes with that, right? What price would you be really afraid of? Think about it. Think about layering orders. If you do this and that price comes, instead of that immense fear of, oh my God, it's over, it's going to 0, I should sell everything, you have like this comfort of, wow, I just bought so low. I just got a crazy deal. Think about it. That's your homework for the week. Check out our playlist, our free trading course. It's the best in the world. And we're adding more episodes every 2 weeks. One will be coming out soon. I love you guys. Join the Discord. Sign up with our sponsors, MetaSignals, LuxAlgo. You get free trials with both of them with my link. Check out the Bitcoin conference, though. They're not really paying me to say that. That's okay. Join the Discord. I will see you in there. Happy Monday, fam. Sorry if I didn't get to your charts. We'll get more Wednesday. That's all. 𝐂𝐴 out.